So if you're watching this today, this is an extension of the New Life Perspectives radio show with Devaa Mitchell of the Shift Network. So Devaa has offered so graciously to lead us and teach a process, a technique, if you will, around sound healing. So if you haven't seen the episode on the UK Health Radio, go back and listen to that one first, where Devaa shares about a joy exercise and breathing that also includes a little taste of a sound technique as well. So this is an extension of that. And we're going to ask Devaa just to take it away.
All right. Let me just give you a little background for anyone who missed that interview. Basically, I'm a sound healer, among other things. I'm the co-founder of the Shift Network and a leader of many different programs on women's spirituality, but I also have a background in sound healing. And from my own experience, sound is one of the spiritual technologies that is most effective and fast for bringing healing into your life. And so I am someone myself who has sat many meditation retreats, done many yoga sessions, and still do, and hundreds, if not thousands perhaps, of workshops. I mean, maybe hundreds, but a lot. And for me, sound has been one of the things that has most brought me into a state of open-heartedness and manifestation. And so I work with a lot of chant and mantras. I have a couple of music albums out and mantra album, but sound healing is really very effective. So this particular technique is for clearing blocks. These blocks could show up in your body as anything from pains to contractions to if you feel like you might just have some negative energy, blocked energy, or even if there's just something going on, you've had a fight with a loved one and you're kind of feeling that like contraction feeling, or there's something that you've been working on in your life and it's just not really going well. This body that we all have is a map. And usually those experiences that we're having show up somewhere in our body as a pain or a contraction, or you can even, for those who are visual, see it as kind of like a black energy so I'm going to take you through a little process to help clear that and then bring in a new energy pattern. So let's go ahead and get started. So as the first thing, get yourself into a comfortable position. And comfortable position. And if you're in a safe place to do so, go ahead and close your eyes. And I'm going to invite you to scan your body and to see if there is anywhere that the energy is feeling a little more, well, if there's a pain point, that's an obvious thing. So notice if there's a pain. And if there's more than one pain, notice which one is calling for your attention the most. If there's no pain, but you might just notice as you kind of scan up and down your body, there could be some place that feels just a little bit tight. I notice my shoulder back here feels a little bit tight. And some of it could be from something that physically happened. You had an injury or you're carrying something too heavy, but either way, just notice if there's a contraction pattern. And if you don't notice contraction, just see if there's anywhere in your body that would like some more attention. And just bringing your hand, if you can reach comfortably, to that place in your body. And if not, if you can't reach it comfortably, then just imagine that you're extending like your attention to that place. You're bringing your full awareness there. And just start off, I'm going to ask you a few questions that seem probably like nonsensical questions, but I'm asking these questions just so you have to really bring your attention into this place. So I'm going to ask you to notice if there is any sort of color associated with this place. Noticing the texture. For example, it could feel like cold like ice, or like hard like ice, I should say. Or it could feel bubbly, or it could feel rough like sandpaper, or it could feel like jagged like a shard of glass. Just notice the texture. And also, if there's a substance. So for example, I mentioned ice, or it could feel like metal or lead or something very different. It could feel like ice cream. Just notice any texture, any substance. Temperature. Hot, cold, frozen cold. Does it feel like this place could hold water? And if so, how much water could fit into that spot? It might not make sense. It might feel like a whole ocean could fit into this small spot in your body. Non-linear. And then seeing if there is an emotion there. What emotion would you say was there? And now imagining that this is a little plant and that emotion is one leaf on the plant, but there's another leaf underneath it. So what, if you were to dig a little bit deeper, what emotion do you imagine could be underneath that? And digging one more leaf down, is there another emotion underneath that? And so there's this whole little emotion pattern that is living in your body being in this place. And I want to invite you to imagine that plant, those little leaves you are seeing of the plant, imagine you're going back in space and time to find a little seed. When that seed was originally planted, and see if there's an age that feels associated. Just trust what age comes when that seed got planted. Could have been when you were a child, could have even been in utero, could have even been between lives or even a past life. Just notice whatever comes and just trust the impulse. So now getting in touch with that being that was that age. You as a younger person, or even you as a spirit, when that whole pattern got put in place. And usually these patterns are the best way that younger part of yourself knew to take care of itself or to protect itself, given whatever was going on. So just make contact with that younger part of yourself and offer it some love and some appreciation. And just see if that younger self is willing to release this pattern or take steps, take a step towards releasing it, knowing that this pattern now is not serving you. You don't need it, most likely. So ask and see if that feels true. Does it feel true that it would be okay to release this pattern now? And if you get a yes, then let's proceed. If you get a no, also you need to trust that. And you can come back to this at a time when that part of you feels ready to begin to release. But if you're getting the yes, then first just opening your inner ears and asking this little being, is there anything that it wants to share about the time and space, the situation where this energy pattern got created? What was happening? And anything that you need to know needs to be communicated before this pattern can be released. Just listening, it might be words or even images, colors that might just come up in response to that. Just interpret it the best you can. And also now asking this younger part, how did this energy pattern serve you? Maybe there's ways it's been of benefit. Maybe it's been a protection that's kept you safe in some regard. Just seeing if there's a way that you can acknowledge that it served you, while at the same time recognizing it may not be serving you anymore. Okay, now with that, thanking this younger part. And I'm going to invite you now along with me to imagine that that part of your body, the one that is feeling the contraction, or the part that's wanting the attention, could make some sound, and that sound would actually release this energy pattern through space and time. And I'm going to invite you to make sound, and I'm also going to invite you to let your body move along with that sound. So I'm going to start making some very gentle sounds and movements myself that are meant to serve as a foundation upon which you would make your own sound and movement. And this sound can be as big and as wild and loud and crazy, or as soft and gentle and delicate as you need. We're each so individual, so everyone's going to have a very different sound pattern. And if you are not in a place you could make sound, or if you could go close the doors, pause this recording if you need to, so you can get into a space where you feel like you can be totally comfortable making as loud sounds or crazy sounds as you want, that would be helpful. So I'll just give you a second to do that. All right, now I'm going to make more quiet and gentle sounds so that I don't distract you from whatever sounds are coming through you, but I want you to feel like you have company and you're not just making sound into a vacuum, which can be a little bit uncomfortable for some people. So I'm going to start making some and then join on in. Make sure you're moving your body. And just noticing where you're at. If it feels like there's a lot more wanting to come through, then I invite you to pause this video and take all the time you need to fully express exactly what's there and exactly what wants to fully be witnessed by you and your older, more wise self. So pausing now if you need to do that, if you want to do that. When you're ready, just coming into this moment and just noticing what's present here. Noticing if there's been any shift. There may have been, there also may not have been. Just noticing what's true without attachment. And just tuning back in with those colors and textures and sensation you had before, noticing what's real now about that. Just giving yourself a moment to relax into the space. You may notice, like me, there might be some deeper sounds or breath that wants to come through, and if so, express that. Now you've created, likely you've created some space inside, and so now I want you to just feel into what is the emotional state. You've just released one emotional state. What emotional state do you want to bring into this space? So you may choose, like, you want to bring in harmony or peace or joy or love or something else. You choose what's true. What is that state that will really support what you're up to in your life at this time? When you have that state named, now I'm going to invite you to do something similar. And this time I want you to make a sound that feels like the sound of the word you chose. And in addition to the sound, I'm going to invite you to bring in movement with that. So for example, if your word was love, what is the sound of love? And like, what would be the body postures if you were opening to receive love, how you might call that in. And from your head to your toes, you might do a shimmy, you might do a wiggle, but you just trusting your own body. So like we did before, I'm going to make some sound, more soft, gentle sounds that feel more like a positive sound to me, but I'm really asking you to use your own voice to layer on your sound and then using your movement as well. And you're just really energizing your whole field with this frequency state that you're calling in. So let's do that together now. And I'll make my own sounds. I'm going to be calling in the sound, as I said, of love for me. Your sound of love or whatever sound will probably be very different from mine, which is fine. Again, if you want to keep going, feel free to stop the video and just make your own sounds and movement. But if you feel complete, you can come to a still place with me now. Just tuning back in with that younger part of yourself. What is here now? What is present? What is available? And just seeing how that younger one is doing, anything else that she's needing or wanting for this to feel complete on this day. And asking this young one if there is something that you can tangibly do in your life later today or tomorrow to really anchor in this new frequency state. So as an example, it could be like, I would love to take a walk in nature for 10 minutes a day, or I would love to go get an ice cream cone, or whatever this younger part needs to help anchor in this more positive state. And if you can do it more than once, and check back with this younger part and see what it may need, which could change through time. It's really beautiful to keep this younger part engaged so that you are in connection with your younger self that might have other things it wants to share about. If you listen, journaling can be really helpful, journaling with the younger parts and what they're needing and wanting. And then finally, just asking this younger part, are we complete for here and now after you've listened? And when you listen for as long as she needs. Again, stop the video to do that if you need more time. And when she is complete, just check in to make sure you, the adult part, is feeling complete too. If not, what needs to happen for you to come to completion? Do that now. And as you're ready, we'll complete this process together, just joining hands in front of heart, and we just bow our heads saying thank you to all parts of our being. Thank you for making the time and the space. Thank you for listening. Thank you for making sound, taking some risks. Thank you for your commitment to your own healing and holding on this day. Blessed be the gift.
Thank you.
Wow, that was really lovely. Thank you so much for that.
You're so welcome. Did you notice anything beneficial for yourself?
Yeah, it was an interesting process for me. So I've been having a little trouble with my sinuses. And what really stuck out to me is how much my body wanted the vibration.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the sound was humming, different tones of humming that felt really great to that area and to my upper chest. The vibration part of it really seemed to, ebb and flow and expand. So that's the part that's sticking out to me right now. I'm sure there'll be other things later, but that was
humming is
part for me.
It's so simple. And like humming, I think there's an incredible sound healer named Jonathan Goldman, who anyone who's interested knows much about sound healing will know him. And he's been really wanting to do a whole course at Shift Network just on humming, which sounds so simple, but it's the vibration. The vibration is really, really powerful. So I invite you to hum every day.
Yeah, I think we forget that part. When my babies were little, that's what I would do, is that hum, for the vibration. And they always love that, they're on your body. And I think, well, maybe it's just speaking for myself, I forget that part of vocalizing and singing, that there really is that vibration that all of the cells get to experience. So for me, that was really beautiful. What about you, Bill?
Well, just a quick comment on humming. that is, the ancients knew this. It will actually open up your energy, and very specific, different tones do different things, and they knew this. And so again, wonderful science being brought forward, into now with the Shift Network. I really enjoyed it. For me, it turned out it was just at my belly button, and there was, the looking there, and then the humming, and it all got bright, and I could feel the churning, and then all moving up, the energy moving up, and I felt in my heart, it felt expansive. It's like, that's how to run your day, is feeling good like I'm feeling now. So
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah.
I will say too, you can take it to another level, like for anyone who really likes this and is interested, my personal website is my name, Devaa.com. And I have a 3-part series where there's clearing, but then after you clear, the next steps are really going into manifestation. So first you clear out all the old stuff. We did some of that today, but then going into then how do you harness the positive energy to really manifest? And I have a little 3-part series that's on that, but some people it's free. So some people might enjoy that. I think it's called, the name is like Manifestation. I think you'll find it on my website. It's like a little 3-part series that some people might like. But as you said, starting the vibration and the state that you're in, when you're more clear, and it's like, then you can create a lot of positive forward momentum in your life from that place in consciousness.
Yeah, beautiful.
I
Hey,
love
Bill,
it.
doesn't that belly button point match your core attracting feeling? Is that your spot as well?
It is.
So it activated
Yeah.
that for you too?
It did. We so Liz and me had we should probably stop the recording, right? Wait, you want to edit this out maybe or no?
Whatever you want to do, Bill. We can, we're rolling. So
Okay.
it's a Bill McKenna classic hijack. I just wanted to ask you about that. We can let Devaa finish up and then we can talk off camera if you want.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, yes. It's good stuff. And yes, it's all interrelated.
Awesome. Glad you both got some benefit.
Yeah.
We did. That was beautiful. Thanks so much. And everybody, if you did this and you enjoyed it, send us some feedback here on the Cognomovement YouTube channel, but also reach out to Devaa. So it sounds like a couple different places. You can see her, one on the Shift Network and the other at, did you say Devaa.com?
Yeah, just my name, DEVAA.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Devaa. And Devaa has promised to come back and do some other conversations with us in the future. So you'll be seeing more of her. And for now, this is us. We'll see you again soon.
All right. Have a great day all. Bye for now.